on her during a lot of this, like trying to get things legal and things like that. So I mean, you may never have heard of Raylene Distillery, but some of the distilleries you have heard of, like literally have her on
flourished because
they
of
have
her.
her on speed dial.
Yeah.
And they are where they are at today because of, her and what they've done, but altogether, so she's very respected. She's done a lot for the industry. And like I said, you may never heard of her, but you might have heard of some of the people that have a lot. They owe her a lot.
Speaking of which, she's on the line. She's joining us now.
Right.
Yeah, whoa.
Actually,
Welcome
we've
to the
been,
program.
back before the world changed, we were planning on doing a show over there. I've had her on my other podcast.
So she's actually a sailor too.
So
she's,
sailor. Yeah, member
A lot
of
of
Waterford
different
Yacht
things,
Club.
Oh, that's cool. I want to be on that show too.
And that's what we do, man. Waterfront
Yeah,
capital of Texas, right here. We talk about anything and everything on the water.
Oh, we should all go do a show down there at the distillery now that it's back open.
And I think we've hinted at this a few times, but I think we need to do an episode at the
Seawolf Park.
At the
the
museum.
USS.
Yeah, I think that's in the works.
Coming to you live from
I love
a
it.
submarine that took out a 30,000-ton Japanese aircraft
question is,
carrier on its maiden voyage.
Are we going to go inside or outside? Are we going to be on top of the deck, or are we going to be inside the vessel?
The coolest thing
I don't know.
I
You
have
tell me.
keys to that
I know.
submarine.
We said wherever we
You
want.
said that,
So
right?
whenever you guys want, we can go and open it up and get in
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Yeah.
It's cool.
No, I'm very excited about that. That's
That's-
like bucket list stuff.
Yeah,
right there.
that's going to be an incredible episode. And if you had to, you obviously will be on this episode, being on the board. But if you had to bring on a special guest for that episode, who would you bring on? I think you once mentioned the marketing person that is in charge of that is really, really, really good at spreading the word of just everything they got going on out there.
That's me.
That's you.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm the communications
All right, let's have them
guy
both.
there.
Okay.
Let's have them both.
So,
I
yes,
thought-
let's have both of those guys.
Yeah. Well, all right. Yeah. No, I thought there was somebody else that you thought might be a good addition to the
Apparently
show.
that person's been replaced.
There's a few. There's
Okay.
a handful of
Yeah.
people that would be great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that'd be awesome. Nice, man. Yeah, I think that'd be a really.
Oh,
cool
that'd be
show.
Yeah,
that'd
you know
be-
what?
It'd be an honor.
Go to www.galvestonnavalmuseum.com. There's a full virtual tour. It's fully narrated. You can walk through both.
I
both
might
the
know a little
boats.
about this. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. Yeah, the virtual tours are really neat. But
I get all the updates. Yeah, I wonder if I actually. Let me show you this. Yeah, I think I literally got the,
Yes.
so
yeah, we've got a haunted
Dude,
version right now
I'll,
too.
I'll
Because
pull it up right now for John. So
for
he can
Halloween,
see.
we had this guy David James.
Yeah, so I know David.
is
He sends,
Awesome at creating
wow, look
these
at
that.
3D
Yeah,
so-
virtuals.
Damn.
And he's
Santa
got
Claus.
a Christmas one going, but we've also
Yeah,
got one for
Halloween
so
and different
you can
things.
go
He-
through
he
the
sends
sub,
me everything,
and
so-
there's creepy things going on in the sub, and there's things that pop out at you. So it's a cool virtual haunted
Oh, wow.
house. And so if you're, if you or the kids are looking for something scary at home,
I helped
plug into that.
I helped
awesome.
I helped link these guys up, man. And yeah, it was an awesome thing that like he was able to do for you guys.
Yes,
you
David's
know,
awesome,
so,
man.
Yeah,
He's just about to join the board.
yeah, that's what
well,
he said. He said you invited him to be on the board seat.
Yep, he'll
you
be
know?
approved in November.
Nice, man. Yeah, very cool.
Good guy, really
Yeah.
good guy. I mean, that guy works hard.
He
at
does,
everything
man.
he does.
Yeah. No, we talk.
Shout out, David James.
Me and David talk probably every other day. So yes.
Yeah, David texts me every day.
Yeah.
But we have some good conversations, so I do appreciate it.
And for the record, I've never met David.
Well,
No, I'm just joking.
So he will be on the show. We'll have him on.
Felt like the appropriate
we'll give him
thing
your
to say.
number.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So yeah, no. So he actually did my tour of the old Jet Surf
Okay,
Houston
yeah,
studio.
yeah.
So you can
Nice.
go on jetsurfhouston.com and you can actually see some of his work. And this was when he first got started in the game. Man, he was literally I was one of his, not a client, but one of the first people that he worked with and partnered up with and kind of co-marketed with. And he did the boat show. He worked with Action Boats, and we kind of connected him with some of the boat show people.
He's
and
done
then-
gallery furniture. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
he-
wow.
so-
he's like done
Yeah,
the
I remember
entire
getting
layout
calls
of the
from
whole
David,
place.
and he's like, "Man, I just got off the phone with Mattress Mac, and things like that." And so it's been fun watching him grow. He did, I think the Redneck Country Club.
Oh, did he do that?
Michael Berry,
Oh, yeah.
he did that deal, and he's done a few different things. But he
And this is his side hustle, but it's going to
Yeah.
be something really big.
he's an engineer,
because
but he
he's doing
does
some special
this
stuff.
VR stuff on the side. But he does virtual reality tours, and now he can do all sorts of other things. But he came in and he took a bunch of pictures of our studio, and you could go onto our website and you could zoom in on the different products for sale, the boards. Literally zoom in and get information. You could pan over to a TV and actually
you can
watch
look
a
in
video
any
in any direction.
cool.
And so we did one of his first, setups back in January, and then he's going to come back into our new showroom and do a whole new upgraded VR tour. Now that he's got so many more things that he's doing, he's just grown the business so much in the past year, like you said. So amazing guy,
and just a great dude to work with.
Yeah. We look forward to having him on the show as well. He doesn't
Awesome.
have a
Yeah,
lot to
dude.
do with the water, but I think that he can somehow, honestly though, he really does, because what we'll have him on and talk about is land surveying. He does flood surveying, so like he can go in and check out when it floods and when the tide comes in, for real estate.
Right.
I mean,
And
literally,
he can
if
mock
you're-
up
if
your
your
property and say, oh, when 1 foot of water, this is going to
Yeah.
be what it looks like, and he can mock it.
So
mock
right
it
there,
nice.
tied
Boom.
it into the waterfront capital of Texas.
Yeah.
Just
True.
literally
You need it
surveying
now more
water,
than
water.
ever. I mean,
Yeah. So
now more than ever,
with
we've
the
seen
storms,
more
yeah.
flooding come through here, and honestly, it's kind of scary.
I'm just gonna call him right now. We're just gonna get get him on the phone
Get him
right
on the
now.
line.
Yeah. David, you're live.
But yeah, you need this guy. I mean, David's going to tell you what you need to do as
Yeah.
far as your property. So.
And he recently reached out to me. We have both looked into some billboards, and he pulled the trigger, man. He's going all in on the billboard. So you can see David James.
Remember you showed me some mock-ups.
Yeah, you can see David James billboards now. I think he's got a few across Texas, and so he's really trying to do something that nobody's really doing.
Nobody's
So,
doing this.
Yeah, so
That's true.
I
he does on like e-training, like virtual reality training, e-learning. I mean,
he's in a not a niche market, but a startup kind of a different, fresh approach. And I am too. And me and him, we hit it off together because we're both doing something so new and different. And so we always pitch off each other for different business ideas. And
I mean, it takes an insane amount of knowledge
yeah.
to, and it's all equipment based, but he knows how to run that stuff, and he works.
Oh, and he's learning as he goes. I mean, I've seen this guy, man, when he first started
And this
in
guy
December
works
and
23
January.
hours a day. I guarantee you, he probably only sleeps an hour.
Yeah, when I first got involved with him, man, I mean he's just I've seen every step of his progression, and I mean it's been phenomenal in like 9 months, So
Very
yeah.
true, very true.
So
All right,
good
David,
deal.
we're giving you some love here.
Yeah,
on the
he
air.
got a lot of love. Okay, next.
Better than any billboard.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
We'll send you the bill.
hundreds of thousands of people drive by the billboard. Gee, millions of listeners, David. Come on now, like million. All right, we've moved on, guys. To we're still with the Spindle Tap Brewery, and we're doing the Houston Haze.
Houston Haze.
John will tell you a little bit about the Houston Haze. That was like their
Man,
first.
this is kind of like their flagship beer. It's really the beer.
Man,
it wasn't their first
super
beer,
popular,
but
yeah.
it was
Boom,
the beer
putting
that
it on camera.
the beer that
Yeah.
made them famous. It's
Gotta
the
love
beer
this
that
can.
Yeah,
when they first came out, of course, the New England IPA.
Awesome
that's,
can.
That's kind of like it was a really hyped up style that first hit probably I'd say about 2018. Hazy IPAs that had a little bit more of a pillowy mouthfeel, not so aggressive with the hops. So kind of,
so weren't quite as popular at first.
they called it the style of beer that was built by Instagram. I mean, people used to take pictures of it. Cause it kind of some of them look like orange juice or grapefruit juice.
Sure.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, just kind of really the style built by social media. And there's a lot of national breweries that got big on it, but as far as Houston, really Spindle Tap was really the first Houston brewery that started the style, and they got so popular that they used to sell 4-packs on Eventbrite. They do pre-sales like a week and a half before you even go pick up the beer. You pay in advance, and they would crash Eventbrite.
Wow.
They'd sell out in seconds.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Yeah,
one time,
I mean, it was really kind of a phenomenon. It was really
I've never heard of anyone pre-selling beer before.
Exactly. I mean,
Well,
and
this
literally,
one,
you
apparently.
pay like a week and a half, and then you drive up and wait in line and get it. But then people turn that into a party. I mean, and they gave out tacos, breakfast tacos at the brewery, and they made it a really cool event. But of course,
And
Heavy Hands was another style, and they came out with all these hazy IPAs, and really, it's funny. All these, we used to on the other show, Galacticos Power Hour, we used to. Kind of have this list of, what Houston area breweries have yet to do hazy IPA or New England IPA.
Right.
And, the list got smaller and smaller because there was brewmasters say, I'll never do a hazy. There's even within the whole brewing community, some people thought it was kind of, kind of maybe
It's a cop-out
cop
sorta.
out, yeah, or going for the money, kind of going away from some of the
Selling
traditional,
out,
It's a
whatever.
sellout.
sell out,
yeah.
going away from traditional brewing techniques and stuff like that.
Mainstream,
but
whatever.
one by one, they all started doing it.
They did,
I mean,
man. Yeah.
I mean, and pretty much, I think the last one was Backpew out of Porter. He was like one of the last area breweries. He finally did a hazy. I mean, all the gals
Out of Porter, huh?
Yeah,
There's breweries in Porter?
Yeah, a little north of Kingwood. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know Porter.
Yeah.
I graduated from Humble High School. So
Okay,
yeah,
I've
boom.
driven through Porter.
I've been through Porter. Yeah.
I had a girlfriend from Porter once.
Wow.
Yeah, just
Bet she was easy.
From once. He said once. Way
Right,
back in
right.
the day, eh? No.
Sorry, Mom.
Porter's
Sorry,
actually
wife.
Porter's come a long way actually since when I was out there 20 years ago. I don't. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But no.
No, we love Porter. Let's just before we start getting slammed by Porter people.
I think most of our listeners are probably from the Porter area, John. If I had to guess,
think
that is the
All three of
waterfront capital of Texas, Porter.
Well, not too far from Lake Houston.
We're gonna get a call from the mayor, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, you guys totally screwed that up."
Broadcasting live from the 4,000 square foot Jet Surf Houston studio.
That's it, man, dude. It's about to be massive in here, dude. We got a big studio.
Hey,
planned.
so okay, but something when you were talking about the boards earlier, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Major
'cause
productions coming soon.
have I seen the three boards that are directly in front of me?
Dude,
before?
these are matching 2020 Jet Surf Adventure Plus
I
boards.
was about to say, I don't think I've seen those.
These are the hottest boards on the market, man. Yeah, they have the lightest, smallest alternator on any PWC in the world. So these boards literally will you can charge them one time in the winter, and as long as you use it at least within 6 months, it's basically the same thing like a car. It's going to stay charged. So they're gas powered. We do have an electrical board that's coming out. It came out this year. COVID kind of pushed things back a little bit. They were gearing up, but next year it should come out. But we're all about gas powered for the most part. There are some applications that require electric, but gas powered is the way to go. What's cool about these though is that it is a two-stroke. It's gas-powered. Once it's on, it's completely ran by gas. But to start it, you don't want to pull it like a lawnmower, right? So it's got an electronic starter, and you do have to have a small battery to send a little bit of a charge, to that starter to start it up. And so that being said, in the past, you could go through about 4 gas tanks, which last about an hour and a half per gas tank. So you can use the board for about 5 hours, 6 hours, and then charge it up for about 1 hour. Now, you don't even have to do that anymore. You can literally take the board out all day, forever. And
Wow.
the more you
filling
use
it
it,
up.
the better. If you use it within, every 2 or 3 months, you take it out and use it. You shouldn't have to charge it at all. As you're using it, it has an alternator. It is charging up the board, so there's no more need to charge these boards anymore. As long as it doesn't sit for 6 months to a year in the garage, you shouldn't have to charge it.
It is a good-looking board. I
man.
love
It
that
is,
cherry
right,
red.
right.
Yeah.
Do you get them custom, or do they
No,
come out
so
in certain colors?
there's different models, different color tones, and things like that. You can get custom wraps. You can get custom wraps from the factory. We're actually going to bring in a wrap guy and start doing custom wraps here for our customers in Houston, like to start wrapping jet skis and jet surf boards and stuff. But that's actually called, that's the Cardinal Red. And that's a special version for the Adventure Plus, which came out this year. So this is the signature board for
If you
Jet
guys
Surf
can't see this, it's
this year.
carbon fiber base, with
Handmade
like a
out of carbon
red
fiber.
tip and down to the middle, and then you've just got like a white racing stripe. It's a
Yeah.
good-looking board.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're incredible. One's missing the foot pads, but they have these new racks on them now where you can carry gas, waterproof duffel bag, a waterproof speaker. You can put cameras on there.
Where are those footboards? Are they on like in the back of your truck? Like, did you mount them to your truck and you can just ride around your?
Yeah. That's it.
Or in his house somewhere, in the.
No, they're sitting around here.
They're on his ceiling fan and you hang it
Right,
upside
right.
down and it swings around.
We like to wrap them up and throw them over the telephone poles, like the shoes. No, they're too expensive for that. These foot straps are pricey when you start getting into these custom formators where you can adjust the way that your footing is actually. In the past, you couldn't do that. Now you can actually adjust the width and how you
Yeah, it
place
looks
your
like
feet.
a futuristic sandal. It's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
nice.
it's
Looks
super
comfortable.
nice. So they put a lot of time and money into these things.
And didn't they used to have like a heel
Yeah, so they still
Like a-
do on certain versions. Yeah, so this particular version though is designed for like one user, but they do have a multi-foot strap for people, families and friends that kind of use the board. You don't have to switch around the foot straps for right foot forward or left foot forward. They're good for